In order to perform a sinusoidal regression, we're going to have to start by inputting our data into our calculator. So this is done the same way we've always done if you remember how to do it. Otherwise, I'll show you real quick how to do that. Go ahead and on your calculator, press the Stat button and then select Edit. And you should see L1 and L2, and I've gone ahead and already typed in all of this data, the months and the different temperatures. So if you need to pause the video and do that for yourself, go ahead and do that. Once your data is typed in, we'll be able to find this equation using a regression on our calculator, which should model the up and down motion of those temperatures over the course of the year. So to find your equation, go ahead and again press Stat. This time go to Calculate. And then way towards the bottom of the list, in fact so far down that I'm going to press up to go around backwards, you'll see this option for sine reg, or a sinusoidal regression. So it's going to get the sine equation that best fits this data. So go ahead and select that. And then you may see this screen pop up. All of this stuff should be there by default. If it's not, I would change it so it looks like mine. Leave these two blank. Assuming that's all there by default, or if you don't see this screen, you may just have to press enter a second time. Otherwise, go down to calculate and press enter, and it'll take just a couple seconds for it to run that regression. And there you see our A, B, C, and D values. Now we've called those H and K in class, but they're the same idea. Go ahead and just get each of those values plugged in, and it's always going to come up as a sine equation. So I've rounded to a couple decimal places, but there is going to be the model that fits this data. In the next video, we'll actually take a look at how to make the scatter plots and do that. So if you're looking to do that, watch my next video. Otherwise, I just want to answer a couple quick questions regarding this data. So the first question I asked was, what is the midline of our function? That midline is the D value, the number that's been added or subtracted at the end. So in this case, it's about 51.19. And then I said, what does that mean in context of the data? Well, to help me figure that out, what I did was I sketched a really rough sketch of what my graph would look like. That 51 would tell me that my graph has been moved up 51 spaces, and then my sine wave is going to sort of wave above and below that. So in other words, that line is going to represent our yearly average. So between the hottest temperature and the lowest temperature, my average for the year is about 51 degrees, which seems to make sense to me. Next, I said find the period of the function, and to find the period of a sine function, it's always 2 pi divided by our b value. Well, recall our b value was about 0.55. So 2 pi divided by 0.55, I just did that on my calculator. I can show you what I did, I guess, right here. So 2 pi divided by 0.55 gets me a period of about 11.4. And again, I said, does this make sense in context of the data? Well, remember, period means how often does your data repeat, and since we're looking at temperatures over the course of the year, the period should be 12, because it's 12 months until I get back to the beginning of the year, and my temperatures start cycling all over again. So our B value, or our period, came out to be about 11.4, which I think, yeah, that makes sense. It should be 12 in theory, but we came out with a number pretty close to 12. If that number was 300, or if that number was 2, I would probably question my data, because I know that it doesn't, the weather doesn't repeat every 2 months. It takes about a full year for that weather cycle to repeat.